I didn't sleep the night she vanished. I sat in my truck outside the prison, engine off, hands clenched around the steering wheel. The sky was still dark. Cold air leaked through a crack in the window. I watched the front doors like something might come out after me. Nothing did, but that didn't mean I was safe. At 5:59 a.m., I finally forced myself to walk back inside. I didn't want to. Every step toward Block D felt heavier than the last. My boots scraped the floor louder than usual. The air smelled wrong, too clean, like bleach had tried to cover something up. 2 guards were already waiting at Marlene Beck's cell. Both of them looked pale. Neither spoke. "Door's locked," one of them finally said. "Hasn't been touched." I reached for my keys. My fingers shook as I picked the one marked D7. The lock turned with a slow, rusty clunk. I pushed the door open. Empty. No sign of a struggle. No bent bars. No sheets tied into ropes. Nothing. Just the noose, hanging there swinging like someone had just used it, and the lily, a single white flower on the concrete floor, fresh, still damp like it had been picked that morning. I didn't speak. I couldn't. My chest felt tight. The other guards stared too. One crossed himself. The other turned and threw up in the hallway. She was gone. Vanished. Not escaped. Not missing. Gone. They shut the prison down for 2 hours. Brought in outside investigators. Searched every inch of the block. No signs of forced exit. No tools. No help from inside. She didn't break out. And nobody let her out. All the security footage from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. was corrupted. Static. Like someone had wiped the drives. Tech guys said they'd never seen anything like it. Marlene's record was flagged for inexplicable disappearance. That's what they called it. Inexplicable. Like that word explained anything. I tried to quit that day. Walked into the warden's office with my badge in hand. He looked at me like I was sick. "We'll keep this quiet," he said. "You didn't see what you think you saw." I stared at him. "You were on duty that night. You know what happened." He leaned forward. "Nothing happened, Eli. Say it again." I didn't answer. I dropped my badge on his desk and walked out. That night, I went home to my small house on Ralston Street, turned every light on. I didn't sleep again. I kept hearing her voice in my head. "They think I did it, but I didn't kill that girl." She never said which girl. The news didn't cover her disappearance. The warden pulled strings to keep it quiet. They told the public she was executed as planned, printed her death certificate, even buried an empty coffin. But the prison staff knew, and we didn't talk about it. A week later, I got a letter in the mail. No return address. Just my name on the front. ELI in clean block letters. Inside was a single photo. It showed a girl. Same age as Marlene. Same face. Lying in the dirt, arms folded over her chest, like someone had buried her and then changed their mind. Her eyes were closed, but she was breathing. You could see her chest rising. On the back of the photo, just one sentence, typed in all caps. She was never supposed to be found. I dropped the photo. I stared at it on the floor for hours before picking it up again. I had no idea who sent it, no idea where it was taken. But that girl, it was Marlene, or someone who looked just like her. I had seen her die, or thought I had. Now I wasn't so sure she ever existed at all. That weekend, I drove out to Hollow Pines, about 20 minutes outside of town. That's where they said the girl in the photo had been found, buried alive in the woods by an old fire pit. I parked near the trail entrance. Leaves crunched under my boots as I walked into the trees. The forest was still. No wind, no birds, just quiet. The kind of quiet that makes your skin crawl. I found the site after about half an hour. The dirt was still loose in a circle. Someone had tried to cover the hole again. There were boot prints, cigarette butts, a piece of blue ribbon. I knelt down. Something white poked out from under a log. I pulled it free. It was another lily, fresh, exactly like the one from her cell. I stood up fast, heart pounding in my chest, turned around, half expecting to see her standing behind me. Nothing. But as I walked back to the truck, I noticed something scratched into a tree trunk. 4 words, carved deep. Do not trust her. I ran. Back at home, I checked the photo again, compared it side by side with Marlene's booking photo. Same jawline, same scar above the left eyebrow. It was her. But the Marlene I met in Block D was calm, cold. She didn't beg or cry. The girl in this photo looked broken, hurt, human. So which one was the real Marlene? And who the hell had I been talking to in that cell? That night I heard scratching at my door, not knocking. Scratching. I didn't open it. Not then. But I should have. Because the next morning, a second photo was waiting on my porch. This time, it was a different girl, also buried, also alive, and she looked exactly like Marlene too.